You are tuned into Hello Nerds with your hosts. Direct from fighting Heartless off with his keyblade, Garrick. From his studies at the dojo of the Samurai Champion, Jesus. From a Dungeons and Dragons game in a galaxy far, far away, James. Sit back and enjoy the madness. This is Hello Nerds.
Hello, nerds! Welcome in.
Yittity! Ugh! Stop!
Bro.
You were never allowed to. Do
Hey,
the
why did it
intro.
look like before the intro came up? Why did it look like you just got done giving Casper a head?
That's why I was like,
He said,
it's an
I
unfortunate
fucking dropped my
situation
phone,
right there, bro.
asshole. I dropped
Yeah,
my phone, but
so-
I didn't fucking come in and be like, Yittity!
"What the hell? I didn't sound like that."
Yeah, you did.
Welcome to Hello Nerds. We are the nerds. You got myself, James, JC, whatever you want to call me. You got Mr. G Prez over here, and Jesus. If you have been checking us out on podcast or on YouTube, thank you very much for the views and the listens. We are exceptionally grateful for you. We are
Lives, we're eternally grateful.
we are very grateful. We are here today because we want to do some lives. We want to hang out with you guys, hear what your opinions are, and whenever you jump on, it don't matter. If you don't jump on, that don't matter. But we want to sit here and talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we watched. And this week, we all wanted to get together and talk about Secret Invasion.
Yeah, so we're gonna be spoiling the shit out of this. So
If
if y'all didn't see today's episode, get the
Which
fuck
is
off.
that was yesterday. That was
Episode
yesterday.
5. Episode 5.
Oh yeah,
just in
yesterday.
case.
Yeah, yesterday's episode. Yeah, you're right. Yes, it is.
So up to episode 5, we're talking.
Garrick's a day behind. So, so we just did our podcast. We're going to jump on here and do some lives with you guys and try to have some fun, enjoy each other's time. And maybe if in the future, maybe do a couple of giveaways. I don't know. That's what I like to do. Like I do like to give away stuff.
I don't like that one.
Like guy down there, he got a giveaway from me. The guy up there, he's got giveaways from me. And we're just doing some cool
Hold on.
shit today. So we're going to be talking about Secret Invasion, and
that one.
let's go over. Let's get to the start of this Secret Invasion. First off, the cast is amazing. They're bringing back all of them. What's going on, Kenneth? They're bringing back everybody like Talos and Nick Fury, and they brought my beautiful Amelia, to
She's the daughter.
Marvel.
It don't hit the same when she don't have that blonde
Hey,
white hair.
it's the same no matter what that body be rocking, bro.
Right.
I am
I
a
respect
married
women.
man, but it doesn't hurt to look.
But to be honest, she's getting it feels like she's getting the lower end of the deal on this show because it was played up like she was going to be
she
to
does
me
have a
like the main
B-roll.
character. And now
Yeah, I was gonna say she has a bit of a B roll because
It's
I
a
think it was
B-roll.
Talos who had
Yeah,
like the majority
exactly.
of the road.
Yeah,
And
And
up
I-
until like the last
Yeah.
couple episodes, probably this one actually, where she really kind of like, okay, we're
This-
kind of
yeah,
moving
yeah,
her from like
exactly.
a B to a B plus. You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
that's what I was saying. It scares me about the series because I think it's picking up too much speed too fast. And
I don't think there's enough
I think-
episode. 6
I
is
agree.
short,
Yeah, I
man.
think this
6
is the last
short.
episode. I think the next one's the last episode.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah. And I would like to think that they were ending the show to introduce like a movie because I believe Secret Invasion is too much of a big story to minimize to a 6-episode series. 6 episodes.
Dude,
And-
compared
and
to
it-
what Secret Invasion was in the comics, like man,
And-
this is like
But we also talked about
Nick
how,
Fury
how
versus
Marvel
one
does
guy
that.
kind of thing. You know what I mean?
But Marvel
Let
does
me
that.
say, the dude they got this guy named Ben Mendelsohn on there.
Mhm.
He's the one that plays Talos. That dude is an incredible actor.
Oh my
Like,
Oh, I love him.
And I'm gonna go. I actually seen him. He's gonna be playing Bob Marley in Bob Marley's biopic too. Yeah, he is.
how
Yeah.
the
The guy
fuck
who's-
is that
The
possible?
guy who's playing Talos, Garrett.
Talos.
Not the guy who's
No,
playing
I'm
Gravik.
talking about Gravik. He was like,
I'm
Ben,
He's like,
how the
you're
fuck
getting
is
an
that
old white
possible?
guy to play Bob Marley?
well,
could
look
just
what Robert
tell-
Downey Jr. did.
You confuse your scrolls, but hey,
We're
you know
not
what?
doing
I guess that's the
Tropic
whole
Thunder,
point.
Robert Downey. Sorry. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn, he played the general in Rogue One on one of the Star Destroyers.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. He was in Ready Player One as one of the bad guys.
He was
Never saw
Tarkin's
it,
bitch.
actually.
He was
Bruh,
Tarkin's
like-
bitch.
Oh my god, he's been in some movies, and he's a hot player to be such a low role, you know. Like-
He got oh man, his death scene was like
Oh yeah,
heartbreaking. You see Gravik hold him, and he's like, "Gah!" and you're like, he did it in plain sight, dude. Like,
Bro, he's
And-
savage though. But like you said, they minimized the story dramatically because even that fight scene, it felt like it should have been more, heightened up with.
yeah.
I don't know. It felt very, very, very minimized. And
then-
Marvel does this thing where they'll attach a name like Secret Invasion, like Age of Ultron, and they'll sprinkle bits of the comics in the movie or TV show. But
it's like so played. down.
yeah,
yeah.
like I think they always feel like they need to hold it to one movie or one series to like an Age of Ultron event, something like that. When you could spread that on like several movies, that's like an end game to Infinity War event. So
Like
I don't know.
I feel like they could do some like if they played it well, like some Secret Invasion stuff, but like sprinkled in throughout the movies, and then have it be like slowly unraveling.
but even then, Marvel announcing the multiverse, fight with Kang and stuff, and then also saying Secret Invasion.
Like
Also,
that
was throwing off
big-
like that's two big storylines.
How are y'all gonna feel about doing that with all the Kenneth Major stuff going on? Are you guys gonna be participating in the Kang dynasty with Kenneth Majors being king?
I
and then
will.
not moving
Hey, I'm gonna
away
be
from
straight
him?
up. I will. I think.
I mean, your boy Ezra got
He
Thank
did.
you.
I
Ezra was
agree.
terrible
I
as the
agree with
Flash.
that.
so.
And he made
I
10
mean,
times stuff worse to me.
I don't like to get into that stuff anyway. I'm
Exactly,
kinda
you and
me
you
both.
know,
I like to separate the media.
Yeah.
I try to
I tried to, yeah.
I do too.
to an extent. To an
Yeah.
extent, and you can't Tom Hanks that bad boy.
Oh, that's right, you don't like-
Comic-Con's going on. There's some cool stuff coming out right now. Like we
What?
got the Wheel of Time 2 trailer, season 2 trailer. So that
Never
was
saw
kind
it.
of cool. Wheel of
Neither.
Time. Wheel of Time.
Nope,
saw it.
I ain't seen no Wheel of Time either.
You guys need to watch Wheel of Time on Amazon. It's bomb.
Wheel
It's
of
like it's kind of like Lord of the Rings meets Harry Potter, and it's like badass. Obviously
Not bad.
they did Gran Turismo trailer.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that trailer as well.
They've done this new futuristic Kaliki. I don't know.
What the hell that means? You speaking
What?
Spanish?
It looks like a superhero movie. Type.
I want to see the one that the Rogue One director is doing. What is that movie?
Creator.
Creator, that one. I want to see that.
It does look amazing. Creator does.
And
Look
there's a new
incredible.
Haunting movie coming out, so I'm excited for that.
What haunting movie?
Haunting in Venice.
Oh yeah.
So there's some good stuff on the horizon to be excited for, and it's kind of cool. And as Comic-Con goes on, we'll see more and more come out, and we're excited for that.
About to say Comic-Con's coming up, and it's going to be buku movie news and TV
Oh,
show
yeah.
news. It's going to get crazy.
So, how did you guys feel about the whole Nick Fury and his wife situation?
I love that dynamic.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. It gets
I felt like it was crossing enemy lines a little bit.
It's that like weird, like it's realistic that it can happen because he's integral to the whole scroll thing, right?
He was.
Like they were so like, all right, we've got him in the 90s. This whole time they've been talking scrolls. Of course, he was eventually gonna fall for one.
I hate how they have Nick Fury as like that basically his career rested on the scrolls heads the whole time. Like I don't
feel
like I don't
yeah,
like them saying that type of way where it's like you were nothing. You were essentially nothing without the
without the
scrolls.
scrolls. I think he has a little bit. They should have given him a little bit more credit than
That's
that.
what I'm saying. So like it's like, come on now. I don't want to give the scrolls too much credit at this point, and like because it makes Nick Fury hard to be a likable guy because then you're like, I've been rooting for this guy in all these movies, and he's dipping out on his wife or going into space. Well, he gets snapped, then dips out. Like, then when he gets back, he dips out on his wife and goes straight to space.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand why he dipped out because like he
Why?
he felt indestructible, and when he got snapped,
Take your wife with you.
At least, yeah, like it's your wife.
Come on, James.
Like that's what you wear. Well, you know, I don't have one, but
don't
you
want to
guys
be
do.
around people when you're humiliated in front of your wife. You know,
I don't have one, but you guys do.
You don't abandon your wife.
Your wife. Your wife's gonna be with you for the.
Oh my! I don't know about y'all, but my wife backing me on everything. I like.
I'm not exactly. I'm not married, so
my wife will back me on everything as well.
See, exactly.
That's what I mean. Like, why is she's not gonna give a shit that you got embarrassed or you got snapped. She's gonna be like, bro, you were fucking gone for 5 years. Of course I would.
And regardless, if I tell my wife I'm going to space, my wife's like, nah, we going to
what
space.
the fuck? Yeah, we're going to space.
We. I know what's in space. You want some space pussy.
There's no I in team. There's a yeah.
Like I know what aliens in space. I know what's in space.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was good. You got me flexing on that one. I was like,
but
shit.
Nick Fury knocking down a scroll is just weird to me. Still, you're like,
I could see it. I don't know. That doesn't seem weird to me. I mean, she's human now. Like she's like
not
they literally,
human. She'll never be human.
She literally mentioned it. She's like, I'm staying in this form permanently. Like that's the whole thing, right? Like.
Oh, but when Nick Fury walked up, she switched into it. But when he was out of the house, she was cutting them vegetables, green skin.
Oh yeah.
I mean, isn't that what like who was it? Emilia Clarke's character Gaia says the exact same thing. She's like, don't you want to walk around in your own skin? And she goes, you're too young to understand what it means to build a life together with a person.
Yeah.
She literally calls her. She's like, yeah, I know I'm a Skrull and I want to be my own skin, but for him, I'm gonna stay in this form. Like it's that whole like. How the fuck am I teaching you guys? You guys are married. What the fuck?
Oh no,
I get it.
understand.
I'm just not with it. To me, I still think it's weird how
I do think
how
it's
Nick
weird
Fury,
that he's not,
to an extent, he's loving her, but he's not loving her.
Yeah, I think
So
that's where that's where my next point was.
It's like falling in love with your wife, and she's in like a costume the whole time you've known her, and you're not you really don't love her as a
why
person.
wouldn't you? Yeah, exactly. Like why
You
wouldn't
love
you
the
be
character
like,
you love the character she plays.
Exactly.
Every time he comes in the house, he is being reminded at time after time to put on his ring.
Put on his wedding ring too.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, Nick Fury? You're being a dick to your wife.
Trust me, if you're in a happy marriage, you know to have that wedding ring on
beyond that shit
at all times, no matter where the hell you're
Well,
going.
he
I'm not
can't
there yet.
have it on out in the real world though.
Right, because no one wants to. No one has to know it. Right.
Once he walks through that damn door, he needs to put that shit on.
I agree. I get it. He's also kind of an asshole, so that's what I mean. Like, why the fuck would he be like?
Kinda.
You know what I mean?
That was before the series started. Now he's a fucking asshole. Like he promised this whole race / species of people that he was gonna find them a planet, and he's on Earth lollygagging, setting up teams and shit, and then get snapped away, then go chills in space rather than find them a planet.
I get it.
Then expected them not to want to come to Earth.
The invasion is justified. Like that's crazy. Like
it makes Nick Fury look. It's Nick Fury's fault, like he said. It's his fault.
It's his fault. It's literally his fault. And Gravik has, might be doing it the wrong way, but he kind of pushed him that way. Like he was a kid when he showed up to Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's that long from then, it's like what 20, 30 years from then. Like, bro, you promised this. It's been like decades since like
it was the 90s when he met each other. Yeah. And now it's
like I said, it's essentially it's a segregation story because it's like, okay, this race of people were promised that they were gonna have a sanctuary somewhere on a planet with another race of people, and now they're being forced to hide and.
Like I get that.
Marvel's still looking for it though.
I was gonna say, I get Captain Marvel being like, "Hey, there are other planets besides Earth that need help." I get her part, but Nick is at Earth. Like he can't fucking travel to space like that. Like at least he could be doing some searching. But you know what I mean? Like
I agree.
Captain Marvel, yeah, she's out there searching planets. Like, hey, I gotta save these other planets besides Earth. Fine, I get that one. But if she's on her travel, she could be like, hey, this planet over here, right here, this one's pretty good. Like, they could probably live here.
There's plenty. Regardless, there's no excuse. If you, I mean, tell Star-Lord to get his homeless friends off of nowhere and just put the scrolls on nowhere.
Oh shit, yeah, there you go.
Let me ask this question, okay? So we got a big turn of events when Don Cheadle became a Skrull. What was your feelings on that?
I got spoiled, so for me, I was like, okay, whatever. Rhodey's a Skrull, and it doesn't surprise me, which is weird. I just want to know for how long.
It was kind of to be expected in a way, and it's hard to have that as a surprise, especially when before the series even came out, and how Don Cheadle was the only MCU
like big,
in that series. So it was kind of like, and he was kind of like a side character in the MCU. So it's like
him being prominent.
He's kind of the easiest person to go to for that thing without getting a too big of a name actor where you have to break your budget on. You don't have to get him in the suit. Then everybody be wondering why the hell the person ain't using their powers or anything to fight. So now it's like, okay, you don't have to give them like a reason to have superhuman powers either, because you know
right. I mean? Like if as soon as you saw like Ant-Man, you'd be like, "Fucking Ant-Man's been a Skrull?"
Literally, exactly.
You'd be like, "Damn, that's a big revelation." But you're like, Rhodey, you're like,
no. I was more surprised that they didn't go with the Maria Hill route. Like, I was more surprised they didn't like.
Dude,
that pissed me off. Like,
her death. That's another thing that was annoyed me too, because I was like, she's an iconic character in the comics and even in the animated series Avengers Assemble. So the fact that they killed her off in a TV show,
that's ballsy, dude.
It felt like it had no weight to it, and essentially in a way, like you're killing off. I mean, I guess this is the biggest name they could go to without kind of outcasting the general public.
She like? I think before the show came out, everyone was like, "Oh, it's Maria Hill. Oh, it's Maria Hill."
Oh, she would have been the easiest. She would have been the easiest one to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would have made the most sense.
And it would have been good because she would have carried a lot of those secrets too, like all the shit Nick confided in her.
Literally. But then you would kind of be confused on why she doesn't have the Avengers DNA in that point to a certain extent.
That's true too, because I guess that makes sense that way, because she's one of the other people I'm assuming that knew where that blood was.
Exactly, and she was consistently around the Avengers. If you wanted to think about that way,
she could have picked it up and
literally
in a heartbeat. Let me say, I'm gonna give my props to I think his name's Kingsley Ben Adair, Grevik. He is a great actor.
We talked about this.
He's showing that he could be a major actor.
Bro, Gravik
is fucking good.
Samuel L. Jackson is the number one. Obviously, show she's a scene stealer. Obviously, I can listen to Samuel Jackson read a book. Now, the guy who plays Gravik is literally second, and I think he is literally climbing his way to me into a bigger role in the DC universe, if possible.
DC, you mean Marvel?
No, DC. Because this is his Marvel role, so I'm saying.
Oh, like if he gets a DC role?
Yeah, because I'm sure he's gonna get killed off at the end of this series.
Oh, he's gonna have to.
That sucks.
So I think this would be the perfect opportunity for him to be introduced in the DCU as whatever character that you can literally think of.
Man, his acting is great in this last episode.
That's what I mean.
When he went off on this guy and he was like, ugh! I was like, oh shit! Fucking stabbed him with a Groot hand.
But like, I think this guy deserves. Like he was saying, he's probably not going to be able to be allowed back in the Marvel universe because he's going to eventually be killed.
Yeah, I mean they did it with Gemma Chan, I guess.
I mean,
so that could,
it could work with him because they do have his body somewhere else, and he can become somebody else.
It's true.
But it's probably not going to work. But as a DC character, he would be amazing.
I mean, I can see him as
Hal Jordan.
No, not Hal. Because I would say Jon Stewart, but I don't even want to say the Jon Stewart stuff. I think I can see him honestly as maybe a Martian Manhunter.
Ooh,
John Jones.
I know they got.
I can
T-Man
see him as a
coming
Martian Manhunter.
That's a
Now, the
good
longer
one,
I think
actually.
about it,
I didn't
and if
think
they want,
about
if they
that.
want a younger actor too, and he kind of looks like
But-
Snyder's version of Martian Manhunter, but a younger version,
Yeah.
kind of.
Sean Jones is pretty like old anyway, like right? Like
Yeah,
you
exactly.
could maintain that.
So
But
I
I
think.
like-
Go ahead.
I like
Did
this
you
guy
see?
as a
Did
villain.
you guys see the
Yeah.
T-Man that they're coming out with?
Which
What
one?
are you talking about?
T-Man from DC. Did you see the guy that they're getting to play him?
Oh, you're talking about Mr. Terrific?
Oh, Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Darwin.
Darwin.
Darwin. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just
But-
talking about. I was confused with that casting because I thought they would have shot younger, and Russell Westbrook obviously wasn't available to be cast.
Shut up.
To me,
Nah,
I
man.
don't know why I always thought that Russell Westbrook. Was
He's
the
not that
perfect Mr.
terrific. I'm sorry.
Dude. Man, I will say, whenever I was watching Gravik, like the beginning of the season, the dude's like quiet. He's like slowly starting to show. He's like a little reasonable.
Bro,
He's still making threats.
But in
And
the
then you see him slowly like getting more and more pissed off. And he's like, and he fucking finally explodes. And he's like, no, fuck
But
this
he
guy.
was fucking terrifying as a little
he
boy. When you
was.
seen him as a little scroll kid, he was sitting there like looking at like side-eyeing Nick Fury. He was like, this little bastard looks terrifying.
Like he had a, I mean, they literally tell him he had to pilot the ship by himself. And he was
What
like,
up, Ohana?
he's a survivor.
But
We're
that's what
talking some Secret Invasion.
but it's kind of to a certain extent. It's like you said, it's Fury's fault because he promises this
this
kid. Then he forces this kid into like basically army duty.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
child
yeah.
labor.
Then you're like, what the hell you doing, Nick? Like, I don't know, but that's another thing. Nick is he's a character that's built on manipulation, so that's kind of his thing.
It's gonna bite him in the ass at some point.
Yay.
That's what I mean.
Exactly.
Like this is literally it biting him in
It
the
literally
ass. Like
is.
okay,
But that's what I'm thinking about this whole this arc. I feel like at all the stories you could have like Nick Fury get bit in the ass. Like, why Secret Invasion? This is too big of a story to. I don't know. Just the fact that Secret Invasion is halted to 6 episodes and three of them are 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's a
Yeah.
That's So Raven episode.
what a deep cut. What the fuck?
We
You could've just said a 30-minute
episode.
Why is it that so Raven?
I forgot to shout her out in our top 5 female list. Raven,
Oh,
my
he's a
God.
psychic.
Raven shouting you out. Raven
That's going to be
calling
coming
you
out here pretty soon. We got our podcast, Hello Nerd, and we've got top 5 female characters.
You see, I'm starting my own cinematic
Shut
universe.
the fuck up, Carrick.
I'm starting my own cinematic universe.
What is that? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God.
Nah, man,
What's
that guy's
up, Ohana? How
intimidating.
you doing?
But
That
yeah,
guy's- I
30
like 30
minutes. But 30 minutes is, and yeah, and imagine if these episodes are 55 minutes. Just that extra 15 minutes on the back end.
I think we need longer episodes. I do, because it seems like it's done way too quickly.
And it could have been amazing to me. The series and it feels like Marvel isn't promoting the series as good either because
No,
Like-
I haven't seen any promotion on it like at all.
no, like at all.
Disney's not doing a lot of that though.
Disney Plus is in shambles, honestly. But because like
I wouldn't say shambles.
they are to a certain extent. Think about this: you're
Dude,
not going to Disney Plus unless you're going to watch a Star Wars episode or a Marvel episode. Other than that, people get annoyed with repeat viewings of a
I
lot of the
watched
Disney
something
stuff.
the other day and it wasn't either
They-
one.
I think they promoted Andor more than this.
Hey,
I wouldn't
Andor was
doubt it.
badass.
I mean,
Did you
Andor's
guys watch
fucking.
Andor's?
Oh, Andor's fucking dope.
But it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier for them to even like. That's what's so crazy because I think it would be less work to promote Andor because Rogue One is like beloved by most Star Wars fan as being one of the best Star Wars movies. So the fact that they felt like they
I don't
needed
know
to
about
promote.
that.
What?
I don't know if it's the best Star Wars.
One of the best. It definitely is one of the best. Come on,
It's
bro.
not better than the first 3.
Oh, of course, James. The first 3 are in a category of their own. So I
Right.
don't compare Star Wars movie. It's like me naming the best NBA player. We all know Michael Jordan's the best NBA player, but we're not gonna count him in the argument because it's
Yeah.
unfair.
Damn time you recognize that.
I knew that. What do you mean? I'm not a LeBron fan, unless I'm talking about Kobe. But anyways,
Oh my God.
but
Just
yeah,
stop right there while you behind. So
but like I don't know, Nick. I love Nick Fury, But I wish this was a movie and it wasn't Secret Invasion story wise.
Rogue One is a great movie, Smitty. I'm just saying that like it's not top 5.
It's top 5. It's top 5. It's 4. It's 4 at minimum.
So you got the first 3.
Yes. Then Rogue One. Then Rogue One.
Oh,
Bro, are you kidding me? What do you put above Rogue One? Give me another one.
my Darth Maul.
Phantom Menace?
Phantom Menace.
You are out your rabbit ass mind, James. I love the prequels, but not better than Rogue One.
Qui-Gon? You can't. No, you're not putting Rogue One above Qui-Gon.
I am.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Jar Jar Binks?
Just because what character is it?
Okay, I'll put it this way. Rogue One does not have a character that I look at like, oh, that character's terrible. You see what I mean? Phantom Menace does, where I have to dock it a point.
No, well,
And Rogue One, I don't give it any dog. Then you add in the ending scene with Darth Vader, like fucking them up in the hallway scene, and it literally puts the icing on the cake where you're just like, okay, this movie bookended itself.
I mean,
The only part about Rogue One I did not like is all the characters. Spoiler alert: all the characters died at the end. Literally, the only reason why that movie was not, to me, as good as it could have been.
I think they could have done a whole lot more. Oh, Smitty, you're hurting me there. He said your boy's correct. Rogue One is after the original 3.
Thank you.
No,
It is.
no. So
It is.
I think they could have done a hell of a lot more with Saw Gerrera. Gave him a backstory. Gave him any type of.
I mean, but look,
story.
but look what he did in the Rebels and stuff. I mean, his story is pretty expanded.
I like what they're doing with Mon Mothma in Andor right now. I like the storyline there. But I don't know, man. I'll say this. Jen Orso is up there for me in the female act or females in Star Wars. Like,
And her origin story is so fucking crazy where it's fucked up. Like
right.
her dad built the fucking Death Star. Like how crazy is that shit?
The architect.
Literally, he was the reason how multiple fucking planets got destroyed.
I mean, he also built the whole like, this is how we can destroy it. Just
he still built it, or he could just not build it.
Probably threatened his family. What do you expect?
Okay, Zeus. Well, they died anyways. What are you talking about? I mean, the wife died. I mean, it's not like what was gonna happen.
His daughter, like, what the fuck is he?
She got away anyways. I mean,
yeah, but like
killed him and it'd be over.
So
kill him and it's over. There's no plans for the Death Star. It never happened. You know how many millions of people you should
I have a hard time putting that at 4 though. Like,
hey, Zeus. James is saying the original trilogy and then Phantom Menace in that order. I say the original trilogy, then Rogue One in that order. Well, who do you agree with?
I agree. I like Rogue One.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I like Rogue One. Honestly,
You're
I really
crazy
like Rogue
for
One.
not saying Rogue One. I was saying
It's
a good Star Wars movie from the beginning to end.
It's a good like short, like secluded little like isolated. I don't like that they all fucking died, but it's like one of those like
see,
damn,
that's
like,
the only thing
sucks.
what's the worst
Andor's a great
Star Wars
character.
movie?
The worst.
The worst.
Worst. Any of the new trilogy movies,
9.
other than Force Awakens. I mean,
9.
Yeah.
9.
Anything after Force Awakens, The Last
Let's be
Jedi.
real.
I'll do The Last Jedi.
I'll do 9.
Last Jedi.
So
Last
you
Jedi
know
at least had
why?
some
You
good
know
stuff
why you
to it.
feel that way? Because you know Star Wars from like the prequel trilogy.
Oh,
You guys were there to watch the prequels in theaters.
Yeah.
Like those that were there watching the originals in theaters felt the same way you do about these.
but I also read a lot of the Legends books, so there is like, I mean, you can't really say that a lot of people.
And that's nothing.
That's a-
I'm surprised you're saying. I'm surprised you're not saying Rogue One compared to the other one, because Rogue One has more connection to the first three than it does
He's right.
anything else.
Literally,
I mean,
he's
you know what I
right.
mean? It's
He's
literally,
actually right.
if anything, it goes with the original three more than any movie, Star Wars movie has
Because
ever
it's
did.
literally the spark.
It's
of the
literally in
rebellion.
between movies, literally.
It's
So
directly leading into like
So it's like
get lay of the plans,
and now I'm
dude.
confused why you don't like this movie.
I
as
do
much
like.
as-
I never said I don't like it,
but
I'm
not
just
more than
saying,
Phantom Menace. Take off Darth Maul out of Phantom Menace.
You
and tell me
can't
like
take Darth Maul out of Phantom Menace.
Okay, but
Like,
you can
if
add
you-
Jar Jar Binks and feel a certain way. You don't have a Jar Jar Binks in Rogue One. I keep saying that.
K2SO.
That's not Jar Jar Binks.
That's Jar Jar Binks.
No, it's not. Stop playing. You're disrespectful. That's not Jar Jar.
That
Binks.
robot is actually pretty cool though.
And that robot story was fucking sad.
That robot's
You feel,
robot's got a pretty dope
nobody
story.
walked out of Star Wars Phantom Menace and was like, I feel bad for Jar Jar Binks.
Everyone was like, "Man, Alan Tudyk crushed it as
You're
the
a
fucking
dick.
K2SO."
Literally, I like Jar Jar Binks though. I'm like one of the
But then
people
Alex
that probably like Jar Jar Binks, but the fact that we're
Was
sitting
it?
here arguing
Yeah.
a movie with Jar
So
Jar
Smitty
Binks,
Smitty goes, that's the part of why it's so good is because the one movie where all the heroes die as the darkness of it. Is
that's
why
what
it's so
that's
good.
what I love that movie too, because you're like,
I get that. I think
Like
the
they-
darkness of that movie is an amazing.
They literally
part
made
of
the
it.
biggest sacrifice they could. They were like, "Well,
Yeah.
we're just gonna sit here and enjoy the sunset."
Such a good character.
it's sad too. And
That-
the
that
planet,
was-
They're just
the
ugly.
That
planet's
was part of
beautiful
it that
too.
pissed me off, though. Is
Oh,
that
I get it.
Jin was such a great character, and they just
Jyn Erso.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
I'm with you. Literally, I'm with you. That's the only downside of those movies.
because
but
they could. I mean, that's so good about that movie though. At the end of the day, they could have had a scene where she got to a ship and got off planet,
but the
it
force field
took
wasn't.
the emotion.
Man.
It would have took the emotions out. The whole team being wiped out. Like it would have took the emotions out. Like, damn, why didn't y'all plan this fucking?
Like
better?
even if in some way the whole team died and it was just him and Andor, I would have been like,
it would have.
Maybe if they were like, oh, what the fuck now? Like they're fucking depressed and they're like, well, damn,
Yeah,
we
that's
fucking.
true. That's true, Smitty.
I know they. I mean, they had to bring bro out because I mean they had the fans put bro on suicide watch. It was getting tragic.
My poor
They
boy,
did.
man.
They had my guy in depression. Like that. Disney had bro. Like, hey, you can host the Star Wars show. It can be canon. They said they was throwing him a bone. Like, hey, we
Oh
done
my
fucked up
God.
They
your
were
life.
like, yeah, like man, we gave you a pretty
And
shit
you a
here.
brother. And then the fact that when he came out and everybody noticed he was a brother, they said, "Damn, we fucked up more than once too." Not that they were bullying the brother behind the scenes.
Yeah. And then they made Jar Jar again. Like, oh my god, I think I mentioned this before, but in Jar Jar, he was hanging out with his kid, and they're doing like Jar Jar has
Oh
a
my-
shit life.
And you would think that
He has a
that
shit
would
life
think that
afterwards,
Disney
like in
would-
the books. You're like,
and-
damn, dude.
oh my, like his dad, the story with him and his parents on that planet, stranded, and Jar Jar is drowning, and his
They're
dad
like-
is wishing his death
Y'all
on
have some
him.
fucked up stories, bro.
Bro, Jar Jar Binks' parents were fucked up. They wanted
Oh,
him
I
to
know,
die.
Well, like everybody at that time wanted Jar Jar to die. That was the problem.
Nah, I
with
mean,
Jar
I
Jar.
like the Jar Jar though to an extent. I like the Jar Jar,
I like Jar Jar. Jar Jar,
but
was
it's
dope.
it's the clumsy where this the dumb clumsy stuff that he was doing that you were like,
You know
okay.
that you know what a perfect example of that with a character you love, but they made him so clumsy that you're pissed off about it is Flash. Because he's a great character, but in the DC universe, he's clumsy and it's bullshit.
I mean, you're not gonna hear me argue anything about that. They neutered my guy Barry. I mean, to the worst extent. They put a Wally. They put a Wally personality in a Barry body, and it just threw me off. And the guy.
I still haven't seen Flash.
And Ezra's built like somebody that was cast as a this generation's Robin, like kind of like a Tim. I can imagine
I
him being
could see
cast as
Ezra
like
as a Robin.
a weird O'Donnell version of Robin. I can see
I
that
could seriously see him as a Robin, like
because he's more of like that weird
Yeah.
boyish. You know, he has that boyish demeanor.
I could see that. I could totally see that, like Robert Pattinson's Robin.
Oh, absolutely not. Keep that man away from Robert Pattinson. I don't know what he'll do.
I know. I think they messed up by not putting him in the movie.
Hold on.
Nah, Ezra. Fuck no.
Oh, sorry. We're spoiling it for him.
I don't want Ezra nowhere near another DC movie. Marvel can have him. Marvel can have. He can be part of the X-Men. He can be Morph.
Unfortunately, I think
he can be
that's
y'all
not an option.
Morph. You hear me? You hear me, James? He can be y'all Morph.
No, fuck you.
He would be a good Morph.
He would be a funny looking Morph, but no.
Make
don't do
him
that to me, my
Morph.
guy.
I can see him as a Morph. That's the only X-Men character I can see him as. Get on that, Marvel. Make him Morph.
Don't make him Morph, please.
That's probably the only character he can play.
Don't hire Ezra at all. Like, you don't want him. He's bad news. I promise you. Just leave him alone. Like, push him aside like everybody else does, like the Harry Potter people did. Just go on.
Be careful. They're gonna fuck around and cast him as Beast.
Oh, don't do that shit.
He's Beast.
He's gonna be the next Wolverine.
He said meow.
Oh my god.
I can't do Ezra. Not Ezra. Ezra as the Flash. I can't do him as the Flash. Now, if he was a younger character and a more, I don't know what character I can think of him playing, but not the Flash. The Flash is not one.
All right, Jesus, when are you gonna watch the damn Flash so we can review the Flash?
Zeus, save your money. Don't watch that shit.
I'm not watching this in theaters. I'll put it that way.
Good, you shouldn't. It's terrible though.
I'll watch it whenever it's on digital, maybe at some point. Maybe if it's free. Oh, whenever it comes on HBO Max, there you put. I'll go that. Yeah, whenever it comes.
It's not good.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I've been broke as a joke. I've been broke as a joke.
And honestly, the longer I'm away from the movie, the worse I don't like it. I liked it too, and that's what's so crazy. I give it a solid 7. A solid 7. But
I'll wait for it to come out on Max.
The longer I've sit on it, I give it a 6.5 now.
That's totally disrespectful.
Nah, I'm one of those people that still thinks Batman's still a little too overhyped. So
who would you say?
Because James said he's like, you Batman lover. I'm like, nah, I'm one of those people who thinks Batman's just a little too overhyped.
I'm talking about him.
Batman's not.
Oh, that guy right there.
Yeah, that one that has the Batman shirt on.
Come on now, Michael Keaton. Come on now, you act like Michael Keaton.
I'm down, but you know how.
Hey, what movie was Michael Keaton in? Flash,
which was fucking terrible.
Shut your bitch ass up.
he I don't know. Like, Michael Keaton was the best part of that movie, though. Let's be honest, he was.
Damn. And then you told me that Supergirl was only in it for like a small section, and I'm kind of like, man.
Here you go. Smitty goes blasphemy.
That's it. I don't know.
He knows I'm not a Batman fan.
Like I said, Michael Keaton's Batman is
like whatever.
I don't know. And that's what another thing that annoys me about the Flash too. I mean, obviously I wish they would have saved Michael Keaton for something bigger, because now they like they blew their load on Michael Keaton, and now they can't fucking put him in anything else. Like,
I want
put him in fucking Batman
Beyond. Literally, we've talked. I want a Batman Beyond.
Michael Keaton is old as shit, washed up.
Make a Batman Beyond, dude.
He really doesn't. He just has to as Batman Beyond.
He just has to be Bruce Wayne and be the old Bruce Wayne. And
get somebody that can play both Miles Morales and the kid from Batman Beyond.
Get a Terry McGinnis, man.
Yeah.
Get it.
Give me Terry.
Dude, Batman Beyond is ripe.
I just blew your mind. Look, listen here. Ezra Miller as Terry McGinnis. Tell me why I can see that. If he wasn't the Flash and going through this bullshit, tell me why I can see that as a casting. Tell me I'm not tripping.
You are. You're tripping balls.
You can't imagine Ezra.
You hurt my head.
As Terry, that would be.
I can see Steven Yeun more as a Terry, but
no, I think I see him as Nightwing. He's my Nightwing.
Really?
I can't unsee him as Nightwing now. His voice and his face, just Nightwing. And if he gets the long hair,
he was the Vulture in Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was Vulture.
What the fuck?
They say Brandon Thwaites is going to keep being Nightwing, the dude
Who?
from Titans.
Oh.
No, he's not. They cut off Titans. Titans is done, unfortunately.
Dude, I didn't watch that second half of that last season we were watching.
It's honestly, it suffered from the that thing where you find out something's canceled, then you're just like, I hate when
that's
series
totally
do that.
Dude, did you finish it?
No,
I was about to ask you if they brought Jinx back.
no, I didn't go back
Because they left it on that cliffhanger, and I'm like,
exactly. Then DC went to the whole remodeling thing, and they canceled it, and they had promotion for the new season.
Oh, did you finish it, James?
Yeah.
With Brother Blood that whole season? They didn't bring Jinx back? They fucking killed Jinx off?
I didn't see Jinx yet, no.
Jinx was the best character in that whole fucking season.
Oh.
You know she was.
I don't know about the
They
best
gave her the
part.
suit. They gave her the suit for one episode, and they're like, you know what?
Well, that's like all superhero movies. They do that.
Like, I like how little like snarky her actress was. So I was like, you know what? That's a great Jinx, actually.
She was, but I wanted to see a mammoth. If they would have did they do a mammoth? I didn't finish it enough to see if they had a mammoth.
I don't know.
I know they did. They did the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer showed up, didn't he?
Gizmo, right?
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't know if it's old man Gizmo or a young Gizmo.
He showed up. In what series did he show up in?
Which one?
There was something.
Gizmo. He showed up in live action form 100%. You remember Zeus?
Yeah, we talked about this. What the fuck?
I think it was Titans, wasn't it?
Was it old Gizmo then? Because I think was it like a one-off where he got caught?
Yeah, he got caught robbing something. He was an older guy.
I think it was.
He wasn't
Gizmo.
old, but he had like.
He was on Titans.
Okay, so
Okay,
they
it
got
was
old
Titans.
Gizmo. I remember he was like a one-off, quick like cameo kind of character.
Yeah, because he was he got caught robbing a bank or something stupid like that.
Yeah, man, that would have been great to see.
All right, back to the topic. We drifted really, really, really far.
It
Yeah,
tends to
we-
happen,
We
man.
took that.
I can't see the
sailboat
shore
and
anymore.
just- yeah,
We talked about secret. How do we get here from Secret Invasion?
I have
What the
no
fuck?
clue. So
Anyway, Secret Invasion.
so what is something that you guys are wanting to see in this finale?
I want to see Avenger.
Which one?
That'd be-
I don't care. Just give me
Any.
one. At this point, I wanted to show an Avenger, any of them.
Do you think this will be Bree's way to promote the Marvels?
I don't
don't
know. You see, they're putting. Speaking
Because
of Marvels,
if you think about it, if you watch any of the
yeah,
shows that they've done for Marvel, it's always promoted the next movie.
Yeah.
they are airing the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel on ABC
On ABC now.
before the movie comes out, which is real weird for Disney.
So
I mean,
wondering-
it's kind
But
of.
but they said
thing. They're-
and they said
I
it was
think
it was the
Captain
lowest
Marvel-
viewed Marvel movies, well, Marvel TV show, so that's why another reason.
I think it's also like, hey, look at this girl that we're gonna introduce in the movies, but maybe a lot of people didn't catch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
now
like-
a
it's that
lot of
same
people
thing,
can't. A lot of
it's
people
like-
can't afford Disney Plus. So let's be straight up. Like, so if you put something on ABC, which is a non, cable exclusive channel, you'll reach a better viewer of audiences.
Yeah, so they'll be like,
What
hey,
number of audience?
she's gonna be in the movie. Let's watch her show then. Let's see if it's good. And it's I think it's the most family friendly one too.
Oh, I like her show. I like.
Speak for yourself, James. We're
I am
so
speaking for
I
myself.
did.
I like her
I
show.
didn't
yeah.
finish it. I didn't
Yeah,
finish it.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You stick. You watched That's a Raven after the show too.
That's your second time mentioning that to Raven.
Why are you-
Raven Simone, return my calls.
Why are you so weirdly obsessed?
Oh my god.
Hey, you do you. I'm gonna tell
Hey,
Victoria though.
she was cute on the Cosby's, then she got that so Raven stopped being cute. But let's say that I think Captain Marvel might come back. I think this might be the episode where we're like, hey, we found you a home.
I
I don't
Finally.
know. Will they? You think they'll do that though? Like, I mean, this whole build up to this last episode, and they'll be like,
That's
"Psych."
what I'm saying. I don't think
Well,
it'll be
think about it like
I don't
this.
think it'll be satisfying unless they have a open-ended ending
conflict,
because
yeah.
there's no way that you could solve millions of species
Like,
of Skrulls being
all
on the
over.
planet and them killing Gravik is not gonna end it.
No,
Like, come
not
on
at
now,
all.
like
They're definitely gonna bring back a Super Scroll. Like, how are they not gonna do that with the Fantastic Four?
and you're gonna tell me all these Skrulls have good morals and merits and like
Oh no.
I think it's gonna be like a weird. How would I put it? Like the this is gonna. I hate this analogy I'm making. It's like the Joker effect. You know how like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was the one that starts the real Joker. It'll be kind of one of those.
I don't
You think Gravik will be like the Super Scroll that started the real Super Scroll? You know what I mean? Like once they get to the
shit, but I
Fantastic
mean,
Four-
but in the comics, you know what? This is what annoys me because in the comics there were several Super Scrolls, but not until like a while. Like there was originally one Super Scroll that was like the special ones. That's why he was called the Super Scroll. It wasn't like
right.
you have powers. It was no.
And
This
that's
is a
Gravik.
this is a Super Scroll. He has all the powers. Not look what Gaia she has powers.
Yeah.
This Scroll has powers. Gravik has powers. So it's like.
What-
It's taking the specialness out of the Super Scroll, and I'm a Fantastic Four lover, so the fact that they're doing this shit without the Fantastic
What up,
Four
James Money? How are you doing today, man?
is just it's an abomination. To me, it's an abomination. Fantastic Four need to be on screen with the Super Scroll.
Like, I know they took Extremis's power. I know how that one works. Groot power, obviously, but then they have the Ice Beast and what the
Obsidian,
fuck else?
Cole Obsidian.
Cole. Like,
Mhm.
what did they take from them? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
I think I'm thinking the Cole Obsidian thing is like maybe
it's like
strength,
just
basic
yeah,
strength.
like they get like strength, but what about the Ice Beast? You know what I mean? Like I saw the list of all four, but I'm like,
Wasn't the Ice Beast like camouflage or something like that? Wasn't it something like that?
but do they don't use camouflage, right?
Did they?
But
not?
where was the Ice Beast? Was the Eternals, right?
No, that was a Thor.
Oh, that's right.
It's Loki's species.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, what did they get though?
Armor?
Armor?
I thought they were just big as hell. In
Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah,
do they get like?
the frost
I
giant.
get-
It's the
I
frost
get-
giants, ain't it? It's the frost giants.
Frost stripes.
So I'm like, what? You know, if he ended up getting all four,
It's only so, like you said, it only shows Extremis and the Groot.
and the group like ability, but oh
It
man,
says-
Gravik was savage when he
Says the
stabbed him.
superhuman strength.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Yeah,
So what about Cole Obsidian? Like durability, or what are we talking? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how durable is he? Got his
Yeah.
arm cut off through a warp hole thing. I mean, that's not very. I mean,
I mean,
That's
how many
not-
other people can do that? You know what I mean?
get their arm cut off.
Oh, you fucking make the portal. What the you asshole? What the fuck? Yeah, okay.
Oh, I know what
Skywalker.
to say. Every
No,
Luke did it.
Every
Luke
Star
did
Wars,
it.
every
Twice.
Star Wars character gets their arm cut off.
Jamie Lannister did it.
Every, you know what? But you know what I meant. Like, what? How many? Unless they're going up against a wizard,
Yeah.
how many can make the?
It was pretty fucking easy. It seems like though.
I mean, are they gonna fight anyone mystic like that though? That's what I mean.
That's
Like,
right.
Doctor Strange?
but I meant like
Doctor
anyone
Strange doesn't
else.
come
Like,
into Secret Invasion though. Let's be honest.
right?
Come on.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, if
Honestly, Secret Invasion is basically saying this is exactly what it feels like they're saying. They're saying, okay, we got Samuel Jackson to come on a TV show. We had to pay him too much fucking money. We can only afford 30-minute episodes at a certain extent, 6 episodes, because this motherfucker was breaking the bank. Literally.
Yeah,
And he was taking us so much damn money that we couldn't afford any other Avengers. We could barely afford Don Cheadle. So
oh fuck.
you know what I
So
mean?
we're gonna
It-
make use of them.
Now, money financially, it makes sense if you think about it, because then
Yeah.
you're like I said, that you're like, what Avenger could we sully their name and not take a huge blowback, and that would be Don Cheadle. like,
War Machine.
Like if they did some ballsy shit like Ant-Man, you'd be like, what the fuck? You're telling me he went through this whole thing with his family,
but now Marvel
or
put
some
themselves-
random, you know?
But now I feel like Marvel put themselves in a corner where it's like, okay, now Armor Wars. Now we're gonna find out Rhodey was in that like brain machine the whole
That's-
time, being
Fuck,
put
that's right.
sleep, and now
Armor
he
Wars.
wakes up, and now he's like, I was asleep for so long. let me live my life, and I got to recount on everything that happened in these last couple years because I was on ice.
Or who knows how long too? Like how long has he been
Exactly.
gone?
Like they said.
And how do we know that? And it could lead into Don Cheadle's War Machine selling Tony Stark's plans to competing companies, and that's how Armor Wars is released. I don't want that to happen because I don't want them to be like, this is why Don Cheadle is just so out of the loop now. He's so fucking confused. War Machine doesn't know what the fuck is going on because he's
Like,
I don't
basically
want them to diminish War Machine like that.
they're basically Hawkeyeing him. Like they're gonna Hawkeye him for like several movies, basically.
I know. I don't like that because War Machine was a badass character.
But I can see them if they were gonna use a point where they say like this is the point where he was not himself, would be like when he got shot down in Civil War from the sky.
that would make
maybe he was hospitalized because even in Endgame he seemed like he didn't like I don't know when the compound fell on them. It seemed like bro didn't know exactly what to do, or you know what I mean. It would make sense. It would make sense.
It would make the most sense for him to get shot down and be like, okay, we took over the fake roadie.
Yeah, while he was on bed rest.
So you're saying that they're gonna make a logistic reasoning for changing from Terrence Howard to Don Cheadle?
That's it. That would be hilarious.
That'd be funny.
If
but
Terrence Howard is the one that's on the bed, just like
that would be.
And he's like, I'm gonna finally get to dry that Iron Man.
How the fuck would they explain that?
I don't know.
They would not be able to. That would be funny, but they would never be able to explain it.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, so far, what do you guys think of the series?
I like it. It's like I haven't had anything to watch.
What's your rating so far?
7.
A 7 out of 10?
Me, I give it an 8 because Samuel L. Jackson saves the series. But to me, actually, the longer I think about it, I'm gonna give it a 7. I agree with this 7 because
I agree with the 7 because
it's like I said, you putting the Age of Ultron effect on this series annoys the shit out of me. Like Marvel is the Marvel's gonna get to a certain extent where they're rushing.
They're gonna run out of big titles.
They're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced at the next San Diego Comic-Con X-Men versus the Avengers. Or
they're gonna do like House of M or something.
I would hate that, but they have no X-Men development right now, and all the good Avengers are fucking gone.
See, you know what the craziest thing was? Whenever WandaVision came out, and there was like a big, I think it was during the previews, she had like a big like ripple effect around her. Yeah. I thought that was gonna be like her little House of M moment, where it's gonna be like all the mutants are unlocked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and like triggers their X gene.
Yeah,
but that would have been, it would have been some kind of like weird chaos thing instead, because all the people somehow unlock their X powers. But now I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna say this, and I know people aren't gonna agree with me, and it might aggravate or somebody that watches. I don't like. I was saying, I don't think Nick Fury saves this show. I don't think Samuel L. Jackson is this show.
It's Gravik then.
I think Samuel. My honest opinion, after watching this 5 episodes, is Samuel L. Jackson has lost something.
What?
I think he is not the actor he used to be.
You are out your rabbit ass mind, James.
No. Oh, no. I think he is older. I think he is about at the end of his career. He's tired of this shit. He's almost done with it.
But that's Nick Fury. That's just Nick Fury, though.
I think that's Samuel L. Jackson because it's his acting that's doing it.
I don't know. I can't.
I was gonna say I do like Gravik's acting more, honestly.
But that's just because it's shiny
like,
toy syndrome with Gravik.
Other movie, like look at Shaft. Name the other actors in Shaft.
There is none. It doesn't matter.
It's Samuel L. Jackson. Name the other actors in Pulp Fiction. You got.
What do you mean?
Mel Travolta.
Okay, but
I said Mel Gibson.
Huh? Samuel Jackson. He stole the show.
Yeah.
In Django, you could tell me what character Samuel Jackson was.
What do you
But,
mean?
like,
But
as-
he was no Jamie Foxx in that series. Hold up,
He
no.
wasn't Jamie Foxx, but
Or Leo. Or Leo.
Jamie's a young Sam. Okay.
What?
So-
You disrespect Jamie Foxx?
I
Jamie
ain't
Foxx is one of the
disrespecting
most
nothing.
talented.
What I'm saying is Samuel Jackson used to be able to steal the screen and any
does.
scene he
Hey,
does.
Don't try
He
to press your
hasn't done
opinion on
that
us,
since he-
James. No, hell no. He stole the show for us. Samuel Jackson is an
Us?
A-list
Who's
actor.
us?
He feels like it in the series to me.
No,
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious. No.
Oh my god.
He is lost something, sir. Like, if you're watching this and
I keep
I
forgetting.
miss Nick Fury.
I keep forgetting I'm talking to a Jennifer Lawrence fan because.
Calm down, Planet of the
So
Apes.
you wouldn't know.
Calm
you-
down, Planet of the Apes. Kingdom Hearts.
And those are amazing series. You're naming off award-winning series. I mean, Planet of the Apes
So
is a
is-
staple on
So is Hunger
on
Games.
practical effects. Kingdom Hearts is a staple.
Cat-
Like, what are we
Or
arguing?
Jennifer Lawrence is award-winning actress.
For what movie?
Many.
Name one that's good.
Silver Linings Playbook.
That didn't come out this year.
It's good.
That didn't come out this year.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. Jennifer Lawrence is not the one, James. Name 3 movies that Jennifer Lawrence was good in.
Hunger Games, Silver Linings Playbook, and X-Men.
Well, X-Men. Nobody says X-Men, James,
I just did.
because you're obviously
Because she was a better Mystique than Rebecca Romaine.
said no one sober. Go ahead, and push that glass aside, James. You need to stop.
I
drinking.
actually have a quick trip glass, so I
Filled
ain't
with
got-
what? We all know what's in the quick trip glasses.
ain't nothing drinking tonight, bro. No, but I was like, I know that's gonna bug some people, but I don't think Samuel L. is the actor he used to be, and I think that it's affecting it. You can see it in the
Oh.
more movies he does and more shows he does. You can see it more and more.
Hey,
You know what?
yo,
I did almost forget. I love that lady, whoever the lady was that is part of the other agency that he goes to, that he sticks
Oh,
the
yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
she's hilarious.
I
She's awesome.
love that lady so
is
much.
hilarious.
I love her. She's so brutal. She's so little quirky. The way she delivers her lines are just
Oh my gosh.
perfect.
She reminds me
talking
of like
about this.
somebody straight out of Kingsman for some reason.
It was so
You're
good.
like, she
I
has
love
this
that lady.
English British accent, and then
She's
she's
like, "Oh,
just
dear."
like this assassin. Exactly. She's like, I believe. She's like,
she was in.
she said, I believe you.
Hey,
said,
she's
I'm not gonna
she's
tell
coming
you
up.
anything.
She's gonna be in that Willy Wonka movie that I want to see so bad.
That movie looks terrible,
The-
James.
Timothy.
Timothy, yes, that movie looks
Timothée
terrible.
Chalamet.
He looks like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory more than Willy in Willy Wonka.
You know what?
Well,
I'd
it's
rather.
a young Willy Wonka, bro.
He
Him
does.
now.
He doesn't look anything like him though.
Like
You know what I
who?
want?
A
The original
fictional
Willy
character?
Wonka. Willy Wonka.
He doesn't have to look like him. It's a fictional character.
Okay, James, keep that same energy when they cast the white guy to play Black Panther.
I
Wait, you keep that same energy, really? Honestly, why are you telling
I'm talking
him?
about like
Because I'm saying like you
I'm
take
saying,
the
like,
essence
let's
out
see.
of a character. If you make it's like making Black
Let me say
Panther
this,
white.
okay?
Like what the
Do you
fuck?
think? Okay, do you think Idris Elba could be James Bond?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Then-
absolutely.
then
James,
I don't wanna
let me
hear
finish.
that
Let me
shit.
finish.
I don't want to hear that.
Let me finish.
because-
But it stated that James Bond is not his name. It's an alias. It's just a name. It's like a code name hooked on character. It's
That
Didn't
plays
not
they
in
give-
Scotland,
didn't they give
which
another
was
character
racist as
007?
Fuck, and he wouldn't
Exactly.
be black.
Didn't they give a female character 007 in like the
Exactly.
latest
That's
James
the
Bond
point I'm
movie
making. That's
or
the point I'm
something?
making. It's a code name.
I'm saying I would be more than thrilled to have James Bond be Idris Elba. That's a role he was meant to play. But I know there's a lot of people out there that don't think that it's right because
That's
James Bond has never been a black guy. Just like Timothée Chalamet could play him because it's
Fuck
a
no.
fictional fucking character.
And he looks nothing like Wonka. How the hell do you fight the chocolate mob? That sounds dumb as hell. Who wrote that? Who wrote that shit?
The chocolate mob.
That's what it said.
I know.
All right,
It said
boys.
The mob of chocolate. You never.
Oh,
get
wait,
past
wait,
the
blep,
mob
blep.
of chocolate.
I'm bringing
Turn
it
this
back.
shit
I'm
off.
bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back.
We got,
I want that lady, whoever. What's her name? I don't remember her name. What's her name in this Secret Invasion?
her name is Olivia Colman.
Okay, I'd rather have her go up against Nick Fury than who was it? The purple chick, the girl with the purple hair, showed up in the Black Widow movie. That came to talk to Florence Pugh.
Olivia, what you talking about?
You know who we're talking about?
I know exactly.
With the purple stripe on her hair. She showed up in Captain in
talking about the evil,
Falcon
the evil Nick Fury.
Yeah, her. I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
have this lady play her that character.
I would like that too.
Melina, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, I don't like that character at all. I would rather have this lady play her instead. You know what I mean? She's more
That would make
charismatic.
sense.
You see what I mean? Like,
You're just showing your bias. You don't like Seinfeld.
fair enough. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Seinfeld's pretty good.
I can hear you lying through your teeth.
All right, that's all we got.
You
for
don't get
tonight.
soup. You don't get soup. You son of a bitch.
Seinfeld. So, what do we want to review next week?
My Adventures with Superman.
Ooh, we'll do that. I like
What is
that.
it?
My Adventures with Superman.
What's that on?
Max.
Max.
They released the first 3 episodes already.
Next week's episode
Next-
4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, next
Night
episode.
Adventures of Superman?
No,
My
My
Adventures.
Adventures with Superman.
Okay, I'll have to check
It's
that out.
definitely more teen
It's
oriented.
anime. If you watch anime, you'll know
You'll recognize that. Yeah, you'll like the art style.
It's basically it's literally an anime with
Bro,
Superman.
Jack Quaid?
Yeah, Jack Quaid's Superman.
Yeah, the cast, the voice casting is pretty good though.
All right. So
Even though
we'll-
Jimmy Olsen's voice cast sounds fucking terrible to me.
We'll do our first review of My Adventures with Superman next week at 6 or at 8. Try to be here. Check us out. There might be a prize involved. All right.
Damn.
Until then, thank you guys for watching. Those that jumped in, thank you, Smitty. James
Don't fucking do
Money.
it. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah,
Fucking stop.
did.
God, fucking. Oh.
Ohana, thank you coming in. Kenneth Byrne, just
Ignore
thank you
him,
guys
please.
for dropping in and saying hi. It's appreciated. Check us out on our podcast, Hello Nerds. Go check us out on our website, hellonerds.com, LLO.
For 3 of us, 3 nerds.
Triple L, triple O. Yeah,
Good.
diddy.
Go check us
Oh,
out.
what the fuck? You're like,
Motherfucker.
skip to be new, my darling. What the fuck are we doing here, Garrett?
Yeah, diddy. Yeah,
And on that, I'm going to say peace out. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you later.
yeah,
Cut his mic off.
diddy.
No, cut his mic off.
Yeah,
Turn it off.
diddy.